I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and this is going to sound strange, but in just a minute or two you're going to see a jump, because I had done the review for this film, that film back there, Cobra, and be with it shortly, but I was rewatching the review, me being brain dead, and even though it's a long-ass review anyway, there's three things I forgot to mention that I'm going to mention right now. One, some fuck-ups that for some reason I made. Like, number one, I'm going to mention the great way this film opens with a gun and it tells all the statistics. I didn't know them verbatim because I don't know stats verbatim in any film. But I mentioned that he says it was like 12 rapes a day. It's 250 rapes a day, which that's even worse. And when I talk about that later in the review, yeah, I did mess up. It's not 12. It's 250. I guess I was just being naive and hopeful that it was a lesser number. And like I say in the review, I'm sure that number's been up. So it's 250 rapes a day. The second, for some reason, I mumbled that what's in his mouth is a toothpick. It's a matchstick. Which, you know what, is even fucking better than a toothpick. A fucking matchstick in his mouth. That's even fucking better. So when I say toothpick, I meant matchstick. That's the first thing I wanted to mention. The second thing I wanted to mention is I forgot to talk about briefly another thing I like about this film is the scene where a reporter is giving him shit about you use excessive force. Stallone grabs him. I love the reaction. Puts him on there and said, "You tell that to his family, huh?" I like that sort of big slap at the media, like media, you know, sometimes you guys are the fuck ups. I like that bit. And third, how can I forget the moment where some guys are in Cobra's way and Cobra pushes the car off and he tosses the guy and he's like, you know, that's bad for your health. What is, pinche? Me. Get your act together. Rips his fucking shirt. And yes, I know they made a technical boo-boo because you see the mic. I know. But I love the scene anyway. What is it, pinche? Me. Straighten up your ass. Rips his fucking shirt. That's a tu madre. Like, guy just pissed off at him. You touched my garment. But that's yet another great fucking scene from this movie. But you don't see a lot of gushing. So, and just a few seconds, you don't go to the original review. Hope you can withstand the long-ass review. But as I will tell and as you will see, this happens to be my favorite film. Why? Well, in general, it's the top 10 reasons why I enjoy Cobra, with a lot of filler in between. So hope you enjoy, and see you around for the next review. Later. Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and I wanted to review this film. I reviewed this film once before, but I wanted to re-review this film again because I just love this film to death because I had recently purchased the Blu-ray And I do have the film on DVD. In fact, why the fuck didn't you think of that? I do have the film on DVD and Blu-ray. And then thanks to one of my good friends on here, Michael Keane, not only did he send me the CD, pristine condition of the CD, but he sent me that badass poster, which I love to death. Love to death. I am a fanboy on this movie. I didn't say that with a straight face. I am a fanboy of Cobra. Cobra is one of those films that I grew up with the film, but throughout the years I just gained more and more and more love for the film, to the point that if I had a channel name, like if I had picked my channel, if the me today was the me from years ago, it would not, instead of Ramble Rat for Life, it'd be Raphael, and I'd have Cobra in there. Yeah, Cobra has become my favorite Sylvester Stallone film. Now, I love the Rambo films to death still. I mean, I got a Rambo cap, I got Rambo posters. I love the Rambo films. I love all four of them. But Cobra is just one of those, it's a film that I think part of the reason I love is because it's, I think, very criminally underrated. It's one of those films that a lot of people don't like. And if you happen to not like it, that's cool. I'm not going to be like, how dare you? I remember one time my friend Effrey was on YouTube, and I was having fun with him because, you know, he likes Cobra, but I would always like be like, oh, so you hate Cobra, huh? But like in a fun way. Like, you know, we make fun of each other in a fun way because I like Doom. Yeah, I do like Doom. I know it's not the movie we need, but for what it was, I did like it. Not Dune, Doom with an M. Yes, I know. And then I'm like, well, Effie, you like Future Kill. Well, you like Doom. And, you know, we make fun of each other. Like, if I say to Effie, you don't like Cobra, he'll say, well, Matt, you don't like Terminator 2. But I like Terminator 2. It's just, there are other Schwarzenegger films that I like more. And for him, there are other Stallone films he likes more. Like the Rambo films. For me, though, I love this film to death. Is, you know, it could very well be my all-time favorite movie. My all-time favorite action movie in general. And yes, I know movies are meant to, it's not an Oscar winner, it's not an Oscar contender, it's not this and that, it's not gonna fucking change the way the action film looked. And even, either a lot of people don't like the film, a lot of people feel it's cheesy or lame, or they'll like the film, but then it's kind of like a half-ass like. For instance, they'll say they like the film, but they'll say, yeah, because it's so bad it's good. Or, yeah, I like the film. It's such a great cheesy relic of the 80s, and God. And I'm like, almost like condescending, and they have the right to their opinion, you know. They do. And I can see this film is gaining something, because I remember one time it was 4.9 on IMDb. Now it's 5.1. I hope that keeps climbing. I really do. But it's written by George P. Cosmatos. And I know right off the bat people are going to say that there's, when Kurt Russell did Tombstone, after George P. Cosmatos passed away, years down the road after Tombstone, Kurt Russell mentioned that he pretty much ghost directed Tombstone. And he found out about George P. Cosmatos because he had talked to Stallone, because they were friends from Tango and Cash. And he's like, well, you know, I want to direct the film, but because of, I don't know if it's the director's deal or whatever the hell it is, for some reason he's trying to direct it himself. And he's like, yeah, get George. Because I used him for Cobra Rambo 2. So There are people, you know, who say that Stallone really directed Rambo 2 and Cobra. At the same time, though, George P. Cosmatos, maybe it's like Simon West in The Expendables 2, where you never hear anything about Simon West at all. He, like, disappeared, even though he's supposed to be directing the movie, but you haven't heard shit. I don't know if that's the case, like it was back then in Cobra and Rambo 2. But George B. Cosmatos, but like Simon West, he's directed Con Air. He directed shitty movies like When a Stranger Calls Remake, but he did direct Con Air. George B. Cosmatos, he did direct Of Unknown Origin and Leviathan. Those are two really good films, in my opinion. So George B. Cosmatos, you can't just say, oh, he did nothing. I can't buy into that. I mean, maybe Stallone had some power over it because he was a writer and he's a big star. And this film was, I think it was right after, this was 86, so the past year was like, the year previously was his biggest year ever. Rocky 4 and Rambo 2 are like the biggest hits he ever had in his whole career. Even bigger than Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger only made, it was a hit, but it made like 80-some million bucks in 1992, 93. Rocky 4 and Rambo 2 in the same year, both each made over 100 million in the U.S. And that's in like older dollars, because those were like at 85, while Cliffhanger 3 was 93. And then Expendables was a big hit. But yeah, remember, you know, money, how ticket prices rise. So more people went to see Rambo 2 and Rocky 4. So when he makes two huge fucking movies like that, he probably had a lot of power, and then he was writing the film too. And I know it said it was based on a novel called Fair Game. Never read the novel. I've seen the trailer to the shitty looking Fair Game movie with Cindy Crawford. I've heard that's dog shit. So I don't want to see it. Maybe one day. Just laugh. It's fucking Cindy Crawford. Even though she's hot, so I don't know why I'm laughing, but I'm laughing at her acting. But what the fuck was wrong with this? I have to think George P. Cosmatos did do something with this film. That he wasn't just completely did nothing. Maybe just me being naive, but whatever. So anyway, I just have grown up with this film, and I don't know, the more people forget about it, the more I enjoy it. Like the Rambo films, other than Rambo 3, the Rambo films at times get their respect. I mean, Rambo 2 was a huge fit. Rambo 4, people are like, yay, that is like a 7.5 or so on IMDb. It didn't do much in the box office, but it was a crowd pleaser. First Blood, everybody loves First Blood, including me. Rambo 3, though, I think is underrated. But Cobra, I don't think it was a flop. It made a good chunk of change, but it wasn't as big of a hit as the previous two. Because it was released in May, so yeah, the summer release. I think it was actually released around my birthday. May, if I can find the fucking box office. Maybe not. Maybe it was early. I know it was May. Shit, it doesn't say the release date. It made $49 million. 160 million worldwide. 160 million worldwide is a lot, but $49 million. They don't say what the budget was, so I don't know what the budget of the film was. But when the previous year you had Rocky 4 and Rambo 2, and they both made over $100 million, then the next film you made doesn't even crack 50 million. The film is kind of panned as a box office disappointment. It's panned in a very negative fashion. That, oh, look at it, no one went to see it, or not many people went to see it, or it was bad word of mouth, critics hated it, critics went after Sly saying, even though it wasn't that fucking violent, like, it's not gory, but it's like, oh, you, da-da-da. So I really don't understand that. It was released May 23rd, 1986, so yeah, my birthday is May 25th, so yeah, right around. That's a coincidence. It was actually released around when my birthday was. I didn't get to. I haven't gotten to the plot because the plot's, you know, you should know what Cobra is, and if you don't like the film, that's fine. Be my guest. But it's Cobra, Marion Cobretti. There's the night slasher, the villain fucking up people. There's a witness played by Brigitte Nielsen when she wasn't a fuck up, in my opinion. I know it's being harsh, but she's kind of a weirdo now. With Flavor Flav. At least she was, but not anymore. But I thought Bridget Nielsen did fine, and she's a witness, and he's got to protect her, and he fucks everybody up. The best way to do this is to give a top 10 reason as to why I love Cobra so much. Now, the top 10 reasons I love this film. Number 10, it's a fucking action slasher film. How many films can you name out there that's an action film and a slasher film at the same time? So it combined my two favorite genres, an action film and a horror film, slasher film, because your villain is the knife slasher, who's got a weird, crazy-looking fucking knife with a handle with spikes on it. Now, granted, it's not gory. I don't know if this film... I've never heard this film being cut down on violence, so I'm guessing not, but I think that's why some people have a problem with it too, is that, you know, there's not massive bullet squibs, and, you know, it's not gory and stuff, you know. It is R-rated, but great, it doesn't have that. I would say, if there's one note, yeah, it'd be nice to have more of that. You know, to have some of that, you know, when people get shot, be like Pulverhoven style, you know, that kind of stuff. Granted. But not having it in there, I mean, it's still R-rated. The tone works well. This is where R-rated is not just for violence and gore, but for tone. And this is, you know, the Night Slasher played really well by Brian Thompson, not the stupid Mortal Kombat Annihilation. This is glorious! No, this is when Brian Thompson, who is the bounty hunter in the X-Files TV show, this is when, like, he's fucking intimidating, I'm gonna fucking rip you, throw it out, and shove it up your ass type of Brian Thompson. And his gang of killers who just randomly, and you hear on the news, they go after kids, they go after old people, they don't give a fuck. And this film takes place around Christmas time as well. So even though it's the holidays, a Christmas cheer, and goodwill towards men, they don't give a fuck. They'll fuck you, they'll fuck him, they'll fuck anybody up. And while you don't see the blood and guts, the tone in the killings is there. You know, or there's a scene that could be right out of a slasher film when Night Slasher tries to kill Brigitte Nielsen, who's in the hospital. In that hospital sequence, when he kills some poor folks, and he's, you know, you see him walking. It's like, fuck, this is a scene out of fucking Silent Rage. Another good fucking one. That's another one with slasher, and that's another awesome slasher action film. There's not too many like that. That's why I love those kind of movies. So the fact, I mean, I just like the plot. It's simple. It's to the point. You had the badass cop in the world against some evil, evil villains. They don't have morals. They don't do fucking 50-minute speeches on why the fuck they're doing, like Timothy Olyphant-Fantastic doesn't talk with their teeth. Brian Thompson's like, I got a knife. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yeah, I'm big. I'm ugly. I'm a bad motherfucker. And that's all I want in the plot. I like that action slasher plot. Number 9, the music. Not only do you have music by the score by Sylvester Stallone, which I want to see real quick what Sylvester Stallone has done score-wise, because he did a really solid job. Whether it be the opening of the film, which has this really dark tone for it, dun, 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 down, 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 down. I'm doing a shitty job. I know, I know. or during the car chase sequences. Really did a wonderful job. He also composed Stone Cold, Navy SEALs, Mannequin, Burglar, the 80s Invaders from Mars, the TV movie of Airwolf, Body Rock, which I've heard of that film. Let's see. Some TV movies. He did a really good job with this score. It says he did something for Scarface. I don't know what he did for Scarface. I know he didn't do the score for Scarface. I don't know what the hell they got Scarface picture on there. Sorry, what the fuck they got Scarface picture on there? They like Oh, he was a music arranger on Scarface. Whatever the fuck that means. Okay. But anyway, not only does the music work, the score, but the songs, like, that's another thing people complain about, the songs. There's too many songs. There's too many montages. I miss the montage. I really fucking do. That's what pissed me off about the assholes from guys from South Park. I know I shouldn't call them assholes, but making fun of the montage in fucking Team America. You know what? Fuck Team America! I think South Park the movie is better than Team America. I mean, Team America is not horrible, I will admit. I think it's okay in seriousness. But I just, the whole complaint about the montage. We need a montage. I love the montage. And now after that song and all that shit, if you do a montage, it's cheesy and goofy. But I miss that shit. I hate when they make fun of that. Family Guy makes fun of that. Like they did this thing on Rocky 4, and you know, it's just this shit where they go, oh yeah, it's a montage. They just make fun of it, and I love the montages. The montage of Rocky 4 is one of the best moments when I was a kid, just rewatching that over and over again. And the songs they use, you know, hell, like right here, you got Voice of America's Son at the end credits. You got Feel the Heat, Feel the Heat. John Beauvoir, Feel the Heat. You got Cobra is the fucking brain fry. It's the score. Angel of the City. Come on, these are good fucking songs. I don't understand that. It's great fucking songs, good fucking score. It really helps the film. It just gives a great feel to it. It's like, oh, there's another cool song. Another cool song. I don't need people blabbing on about 50 minutes about the plot when you can do it in a minute and a montage. You get the same effect, only it keeps the pace going. And speaking of pace, that's why number 8 reason, the pace of this film. The pace of this film is perfect. This film, it says 87 minutes. That's with credits. 87 minutes. Not 2 hours, not 2.5 hours, not fucking 3 hours. It's 87 minutes. So, what you take the end credits out, what, an hour and 25 minutes? It goes by just like that. He comes in, he kills that motherfucker, he says badass line, you tell that to his parents, huh? There's the bad guys, they're evil motherfuckers, there's the witness. She gets chased at the fucking hospital, Cobra saves her, giving her witness protection. This dumbass fucking female cop bitch is a two-faced whore. Cobra fucks everybody up, fucks up Brian Thompson. They get on a fucking motorcycle, Voice of America's Sons. It's straightforward. This is the definition of fucking straightforward. Like, to me, what Arnold's Commando is, this is for Stallone. Commando is Arnold, Stallone is Cobra. Just the most straightforward, boom, just go, fast-paced action movies. It really is. In my opinion. It really is. I mean, it just goes, goes, goes. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't get boring. That's the worst thing about an action film, when it slows down and gets boring. And this just keeps going. Now, number 7, the reason I love this film, number 7, is the car. The beautiful fucking car, which you gotta think Stallone thought of that when he had the souped up truck in Expendables. Although, to be honest, I'd be like, just put the fucking car in. The 1950 Mercury car, which I know at one point was stolen, but then Stallone found that someone was trying to sell the car. He's like, what the fuck? Someone was selling that car. He got his car back. He got the Cobra car back. So I like that. Because it says right here, the 1950 Mercury driven by Cobra in the film was a car actually owned by star Sylvester Stallone. And that's just a beautiful car. You got nitrous before fucking Fast and Furious. The car chases, awesome fucking car chase. You know, I like the chase in Expendables, but this car chase here just rocks. I mean, they're going from inside garage to on top, 2-story, fucking I should say the second floor of the parking lot. Boom, goes down. They're going up these hills so fucking high they smash the fucking, lights. Red, green, yellow, doesn't matter. You got fucking smashed. Before that, Stallone does this badass 180 where he turns the car, gets his gun, blows the shit out of the car, boom. It's like, fuck you. Badass fucking car. You cry. You almost cry when the fucking car gets fucked up. You're like, shit. Awesome fucking car. Number 6, the villain. Brian Thompson is a badass motherfucker. He's scary. He's intimidating. That's what we need nowadays in bad guys, in action movies. Intimidating. Not, I am just a guy in a suit, or I drip from my fucking teeth, or I fucking have a thumb up my ass. I want a big motherfucker who's intimidating. Who's like, he's scary, but he's gonna fuck you up. You can't trust him. Like Brian Thompson, he could be an intimidating motherfucker. Now, Mortal Annihilation, he sucked in that. But he could be an intimidating motherfucker. Oh, your eyes, Paige. You want to go to hell? Huh? You want to go to hell with me? We kill the weak, so the strong will survive. We are the future. And then when Stallone gets him dead to rights, like, go ahead, take me in if you can. Of course, we'll think I'm insane, won't they? The court is civilized, isn't it? Pig. He nails it. Hook, line, fucking sinker. One of the best villains out there is the Knife Slasher by Brian Thompson. Intimidating motherfucker. He has his own knife. Badass. Number 5, the gun. That fucking gun. It's a submachine gun. It's a Jetomatic. Some info on that gun. The Jetomatic first appeared in the early 1980s, but was never adapted by any country for use. It reappeared in Finland in the mid-1990s as the GG95 personal defense weapon, made by the Golden Gun Company. The gun is chambered in a 9x19 Parabellum, has a cyclic rate of 600 rounds per minute, and it has various accessories that were offered such as silencer, various capacity magazines, and a laser pointing device. And I love that laser pointing device. I love the laser pointer on there. It was a very nice touch. I love the scene where he gets his gun out of his fucking... He has a fucking suitcase for the gun! Gets it up, puts it together. And yes, I know people are going to say, as she said before, it is a take on Dirty Harry. It's fucking obvious. It's so obvious, though, that I don't know why... If people get pissed about it, it's so fucking obvious, like right in your face. His partner is Reni Santoni. Or I should say Santori, not Santoni. Reni Santoni. who is Dirty Harry's partner in the first Dirty Harry film. Then you got Andrew Robinson, who was the killer in Dirty Harry. He was the Scorpio killer in Dirty Harry. He plays the asshole detective who gives Cobra shit. I mean, it's a cop who plays by his own rules. Yes. Is it fun, though? Yes. Is it entertaining, though? Yes. Does Stallone still do his own thing? Yes. That doesn't look like Dirty Harry. He kicks ass and takes names. I enjoy Dirty Harry films. But I like this more. I'm sorry. It's my take on it. Sue me. And before I get into it, I know that at one point, when Beverly Hills Cop came out, Stallone was approached to play the lead in Beverly Hills Cop. When he was talking about it, he worked on a screenplay, he put some stuff into this, like, you know, instead of Axel Foley, can he be like the Motor City Cobra, like Axel Cobretti? And like he turned from a comedy to like a big action film. And it's like, well, we can't really do this. So Stallone said, oh, okay, that's cool. And he took his ideas and he made this film. And it's one of those shitty things. It's like The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. The year before, he does like Beverly Hills Cop, huge hit. Golden Child comes out, it does well, but it's a disappointment and everybody hates on it. And The Golden Child is my favorite Eddie Murphy film. This is my favorite Stallone film. Must be a pattern. I don't know. But the gun is fucking badass. You've never seen this gun before in a movie or since in a movie. The one time, this is the only movie you can think of with this gun. That's pretty. They don't do that too much nowadays. I mean, like you had the AA-12, but fuck, that was using Predators, I guess. But it still looked like shit for some reason. I don't know why, but that automatic shotgun. The Wilby Magnum and Death Wish 3. It's like, you have certain movies and it's like, wow, I've only seen that weapon in that one movie. It gives it its own personality, it gives it its own life, it gives it its own identity. And that gun is used to really wonderful effect. Because the action scenes kick ass. You have the opening where you have the going through and he knifes the fucking guy and shoots him dead to rights. You got when Stallone finds out shit's going on, you gotta get to the hospital, he beats the fuck out of people, really well choreographed fight scenes. You have the car chase scene that I mentioned, 180, blah, 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 blah. The fucking ending is, I love the ending to this film, which I'll get to. But before I do, the fourth reason why I love this film are the lines, the dialogue. You know, people will give Arnold with Commando and all those the great lines. You gotta mention this one too. This has a lot of good fucking lines too. Commando does, but so does this. I mean, come on. I'll blow this place up. It's okay. I don't shop here. I'm not a psycho. I'm a member of the New World. I fucked that up because he said, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to the cameras. Can't do that. Why? I don't deal with psychos. I just put them away. I ain't no psycho, man. I'm a member of the New World. You're a disease. Then I'm the cure. And fucking fucks him up with a knife and shoots him dead to rights. Other great lines. You got this asshole, another asshole says, hey, Cobretti, you know you have an attitude problem? Yeah, but it's just a little one. I always wanted to use that in real life. I've never had the chance, but, if anyone asked me that, you got an attitude problem, Matt? Yeah, it's just a little one. I think that's fucking badass. Well, I love his partnership with Reni Santoni, where, you know, Andrew Robinson gives him the shitty degree, and he goes, you know, when this is over, remember, I gotta remember to punch a hole through Monty's chest. Stallone's like, you know what your problem is? You're just too violent. It just makes me laugh. It's a meat. So that shooter eating. Yeah, you know, try some fish. Or like in the third act, it's like, there's so many others, but when Brian Thompson is giving his whole spiel, fucking Cobra fires back with such a badass line. You know, the court is civilized, this isn't a pig. And then Cobra says, but I'm not. This is where the law stops. And I start. Sucker. I'm like, yeah, that is fucking badass. Think about it, there's not too many Stallone movies, because Stallone doesn't really do the one-liner stuff too much. He really doesn't. It's more Arnold's thing. Even Stallone admitted in an interview, he's, you know, he's not really a guy who does the one-liner thing. Once in a while, like in Cliffhanger, you know, keep your arms and legs in the vehicles at all times, and, you know, but it's not very often. This one he does. That's why I kind of think of this as like Stallone's Commando in a way. Like, just a straightforward action-packed movie. Which gets me to number 3. My favorite action scene of all time. I don't know why. I can watch this again and again. It's the ending. Where all these bad guys are coming at them. Stallone and Reni Santoni and Brigitte Nielsen. They're trapped in this motel. She's a fucking cunt. See you next Tuesday, bitch. Fucking is part of the bad guys. I love Reni Santoni. I never liked that bitch. Stallone's like, neither did I. I like that. Hey, dude, he's throwing fucking grenades at him. Using his gun. Da-da-da. Boom, 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 boom. And then you have the pickup truck massacre. Now, yeah, it's not Paul Verhoeven, which would be nice. Like, you know, Total Recall. But still, it's Stallone on the back of a pickup truck with a badass fucking gun like this, just wailing, laying to waste dozens and dozens of piece of shit asshole biker villains. With the kick-ass score by Sylvester Stallone. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's like the precursor to Rambo 4. You know, a guy, it really is, you think about it. I mean, really, the precursor is the Wild Bunch, I know that. But for Stallone, he did that first in Cobra. It didn't have the gore, but, you know, get in one situation, I'm like, and then people try to get in front. Some asshole tries to fuck with him. He throws him off the fucking truck. Dude runs over. Go through it. Throwing grenades at motherfuckers. And then, like, he takes people one by ones, like fucking Jason Voorhees. Like, rad. There's that much gore. But neither is Friday the 13th Part 7. But I like Friday the 13th Part 7. They took all the gore out, but I like Friday the 13th Part 7. I like Kane Hodder and Jason. So, Cobra fucks him up like Jason Voorhees, just one by one. Cuts motherfuckers up, grabs them and stabs the shit out of them. You have the right to remain silent. Throws a fucking match, burns one fucking, like a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Has a one-on-one with Brian Thompson. Yeah, it's not much, you know, technique. But I didn't need that. It's, you know, it made it more realistic. It's a tussle. He beats not only does he kill the bad guy, he hangs him on a fucking hook. That's not bad enough. He lets him slowly get put into the incinerator and roasted alive. Again, I don't know if this was cut down because the ratings were giving them problems. Who knows? Maybe we'll never know. Maybe there never was. But that's a way to kill a bad guy. The pickup truck massacre just fucking fun as hell. You know, you're depressed about life. You're wondering what's going to happen next. You pop this in. You get to that scene. You just, man, this is what action films. This is the action films I grew up with. Just pure entertainment. Pure entertainment. The second reason why I love this film is the hero, Cobra. I think Stallone does a really great job. People always, shortchange him. I have problems with some of his decisions now. I can't, deny that. Doesn't mean I automatically, I hate Stallone forever. No. I love early Van Damme. I love early Seagal, but I have problems with their decisions now. Same with Stallone. I could be wrong. Be my guest. I'm glad to be proven wrong. I really am. But he did a really excellent job in this film. I still think he really did a good job. I'm still a fan of Stallone. I still think he played it well. He was soft-spoken. When he delivered a line, he delivered with conviction. He was a badass. He delivered those badass lines. I don't think this is cheesy. I'm sorry. I have pure 100% fun with this movie. Not in a so bad as good way or as cheesy. You do fine. I think this is a fucking awesome movie. I think the hero, the look itself, this is like the only time I can say that a guy can wear Coke bottle glasses and look cool. Coke bottle sunglasses, and he still looks badass. He looks good. The outfit with the black t-shirt, you got the fucking handgun with the Cobra emblem on it, the fucking matchstick in his mouth, the look of the hero, soft-spoken voice. He doesn't go over the top like Judge Dredd. People wonder, well, why do you hate Judge Dredd? One of the reasons is Stallone went too over the top in Judge Dredd. When he's doing, I heard the law, and I'm like, it's too big. It's too big of a performance. He needed to do like this film. Judge Dredd should have been like this. This character, if this character jumped 1,000 years in the future, he would be Judge Dredd. He fucking is Judge Dredd. He's Judge Dredd, executioner. It pretty much is fucking Judge Dredd. He really is. This is more Judge Dredd than the fucking Judge Dredd movie, in my opinion. It's just his voice. When he had the low voice, it worked. When I said, when he had the Cobra voice, it worked. When he had the fucking... Plus, I have problems with that film because the plot, there's certain things like they have the clone shit that just pops out of there. These things wake up, look at Sly. I'm like, oh, he's going to fuck him up. Nope, just disappears. With some shitty fucking fist fight with fucking Armand Asante that's not even a fist fight. It's just, there's stuff I like in the movie, but it was a disappointment. It really was. It was a disappointment. Maybe I'll review that film again and get more into it, but the hero is badass. This is what fucking Judge Dredd should have been like. That's what I thought it would. I really did. And better lines than, I knew you'd say that. You take that line and then you look at these lines, he's so much better. And then the number one reason that I love this film is because it's fucking Cobra. What I mean by that is basically the summation of everything I've mentioned in this now getting close to 40-minute review. And yes, I know it's long. I don't care, because if I have the longest review of Cobra, A, it's because I have no life. That's true. And B, I think the film deserves it. The film deserves some love. It deserves a sequel. I would love to have seen a sequel. I would love to have a sequel where Marion Cobretti is retired. But, he lives in a neighborhood or he's somewhere else where, I don't care, maybe you take elements of Death Wish 3. Either he has to be brought back onto the force, or actually, scratch that, not retirement, he's going to be retiring. He's close to retirement. Because, they kind of want him out of there because they think he is... I like Die Hard 4. I like the aspect of, you have the guy who's the old technique versus the new generation of crime. Only this aspect is, oh, he's a dinosaur. He can't do anything. You know, the times have changed. But you have this new world of even more insane crimes, pedophiles, child pornography, whether it be on the internet or whatever. They have this cool thing in the opening. I really like what they did where they tell the statistics. Like, you know, there are, you know, how many rapes, there's like 12 rapes a day or something like that. And every 65 seconds there's a, you know, this many murders or whatever. Whatever the time is, I don't know by heart. That's gone up. I can guarantee you those statistics, the stats have gone up. Statistics are probably double that, maybe triple that. And you know, you have all, you know how you have these stuff like the movies like Hostel and a Serbian film. Cobra goes after them motherfuckers. Goes after people like in the Serbian film and Hostel and fucking Martyrs. Have Cobra go after them motherfuckers. Even Michael Keane would see that movie. Cobra fucking up the people in Serbian film and fucking Martyrs. Me and Michael would go see that. If that film was made, I would fly to fucking Oklahoma, or Michael should fly to me in Iowa, and we'd go see that movie together. Michael, if you make it that far, let me know what you think of that idea. But just, you know, this whole realm of, you know, sick, demented crimes, and, you know, you can even be more violent, more hard-boiled, to use a phrase. It's not really a phrase, but... And Cobra just shows why he is the Cobra. It shows why he was part of the zombie squad, and shows why he's a guy you don't want to fuck with. But that's I wish I would rather see Cobra 2 than Rambo 5. Please, Sly, if some godforsaken way you somehow came upon this video, which will never happen, please do Cobra 2, not Rambo 5. You can even, if you don't want to call it 2, call it Cobra Dead to Rights. Call it Cobra... Don't use Resurrection, because anytime you use Resurrection, it's a shitty movie. Cobra Heart of Darkness. Cobra... I don't know, there's so many other sub-names you can think of. If you don't want to use Cobra 2. The Return of Cobra. The Revenge of Cobra. Cobra kicks your ass. I don't know. This is something. I want to see that movie. Not Rambo 5. Rambo 4 ended fine. Please do Cobra 2. The time has not passed. He's on his way to retirement, or he's retired, or he's getting ready to retire, and he's in this new world, and he fucks him up. Pull out the old-fashioned glasses. Have there be a scene where it's like they make fun of his look, and he just fucks him up. Says the lines like, what do you think, that's the 80s? Not really the 80s. Boom! Just beats the shit out of him. But I'm not sure what else I could say about this film. I miss action films like this. They don't make them like that anymore. I understand it's the way the times change. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Like I've said that before. If you don't like the film, you weren't impressed with the film, then there's nothing I can do. I don't understand it, but there's nothing I can do. All I know is you got a badass hero, you got a badass villain. You got a very fast pace, you got lots of action. Well done action. Well choreographed. No shaky cam. No CGI. CGI wasn't around. Or at least, you know, not that much. Not that much, yeah. Well done action. Practical action. You got a great soundtrack. Great score. You got an awesome car. You got great fucking weapons that are strictly for this movie alone, which makes it more special. Give it its own identity. It's an action film mixed with a slasher film. That's pretty damn cool in my opinion. Gives it a good tone to it. Badass lines. Badass dialogue. This is where the law stops and I start. Sucker. Badass tagline. Take your pick. Especially this one. And for those wondering, I mean, this is the same as on the DVD, feature-wise. George P. Cosmatos commentary, which is a lot to be desired. Making a featurette, which is like a few minutes long from back in the day. And a theatrical trailer. That's pretty much it. But either way, that is Cobra. Love this film to death. I am a fanboy, as you can tell from it. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you later. And do I have an attitude problem? Yes. But it's just a little one. And the final note of this long-ass motherfucking review. I know it's the longest review for the film of all time. I know it's long, I know, no. Stop talking, stop being boring. I know, no. But the last thing, he cuts pizza with scissors. Frozen pizza. Not a pizza slicer, not a knife, fucking scissors. You know how hard it is to cut frozen pizza with scissors? Try it. But Cobra's like, fuck that. Pizza is my bitch. I don't cut it with fucking scissors. Okay? Not a knife, not a pizza slicer, fucking scissors. Because he's Cobra and you're not. That's what I mean. This is so many little things as well as big things that I can enjoy in this film. Because crime's a disease. And he's secure.